Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Happy Hour with Bridgett and Colleen. I am Colleen.
I'm Bridgett.
And today we are doing 2.0 round with Teri from Mixing Up Midlife and with Wendy, Miss Wendy Payne. Hi, guys.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Except for we had such a good episode with you guys.
I know. It didn't record, or we lost it. It did record, but
and then the internet.
Has that ever happened to you before?
No, what happened was right after we had it on. So yeah, we're good. Right after we had it on, it showed me two versions of it. So I'm like, well, people don't need two versions. So I deleted one and it deleted both. And then StreamYard didn't have a copy of it. And then I tried to backdoor, which for me is not a good idea because I don't know how to do any of that stuff. So in 3 hours, I was like, we're done.
I'm desperate.
Yeah.
All right, what are you making? Do share.
So today I'm having just a mint julep.
Yay!
Because Derby was supposed to run and it's not until September.
I know. I was supposed to be at the races tomorrow.
Well, we're doing it anyway in our own little way.
Yeah. I'm doing the virtual one. Yeah.
I think Teri needs to don the hat.
And
I had hats on the wall.
I have so many hats downstairs. I didn't even think about putting it on today.
Oh, we should have totally done that. That would have been super fun.
Derby one.
Yeah, because I was supposed to go to Oaks tomorrow.
Oh,
and I always go to Oaks. Yeah. And they do the lilies for the fillies, and there's the lily drink, which is really good. I like it.
What is it? The lily drink?
It's triple sec. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think what else is in it.
Well, it's starting out good.
It is, but it ends up being a pink color. Maybe it's cranberry. I do not remember.
Well, that
what
sounds nice.
And I think it's vodka and some kind of citrus juice, and it's really good. And you don't taste the alcohol, so it's a sneaky drink. Yeah, and they came up with a new one last year. Called the Twin Spires, and I cannot remember what's in it, but they serve it. So the mint juleps, while you're at Derby, they put it in the good old Derby glass. Yeah.
She's writing it down. There you
go. Well, that's
I'm a note taker.
Fancy glass. That mint julep, they sell these $1,000 mint juleps, like with the sterling straw and in the sterling cup.
Yes.
But the good old slumming ones are in the good old glass tumblers that I have a collection of downstairs. I have a cabinet. I think my oldest one is like 1958 or something.
Oh, that's amazing.
Glass, and they put all the Derby winners on the back. And
cool.
Yeah, and then they started with the Oaks. They started doing a Oaks glass. So they're smaller, like kind of like a shorter wine glass. And I have those from like maybe 12 years ago starting. And so then I always buy a few. I save one for my cabinet not to touch anymore. And the rest we just use as everyday glasses.
I love it.
You know what? It sounds like I'm Gone with the Wind, going to Twin Oaks.
Twin Oaks.
Every day.
Twin Spires. Twin Spires.
Now, Wendy, what are you drinking?
I am doing a Pinot Grigio.
Very nice.
But it actually has Lynchburg wineries on it.
Okay.
Because I stopped there for a wine tasting on my way to North Carolina.
Hey, you got to do. And Bridgett has her playing.
Muted. There. I don't know why I was muted.
You just muted yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were saying before we went on that the two of you have been making the rounds on live stream. Every time I turn on social media, Wendy's smiling and Teri's drinking something.
We're getting around, Teri. That's all we got to say. We're not going to sit at home.
So I'm really impressed by it. So I read an article that said some people are getting Zoom fatigue.
So
actually tired of doing Zoom. So that's my question to you guys. Are you getting Zoom fatigue from all these shows you're doing?
Absolutely. For me, yes, but it is literally the only way to stay connected. So I'm here for it. I coined a little phrase called Zmissing because after having really great Zoom calls with family, close friends, I was still really left with this longing, and it didn't quite satisfy that face to face. So I was like, I'm missing you terribly.
It sounds like a John Waite song.
Oh,
I'm saying.
all these.
I'm missing you at all.
Oh, I ain't missing you at all.
Okay, Wendy's going to do some karaoke during.
I know, and that's only 2 sips of wine.
Oh Lord.
What about you, Wendy? You getting some Zoom fatigue because you're making like your smiles everywhere, which I love seeing.
I feel so bad because like the three last people I interviewed, I totally verbal vomited on because I was like, I miss people so bad. Don't get off the phone with me. Yeah, for an extrovert, this has been really tough because I'm also a hugger, so that's tough. But I miss people, like real people.
Me too.
Not like us, like Zoom people.
No, not Zooming you.
But I will say, the good thing, if we haven't talked about it yet, but we probably have, is that out of all of this, which was terrible, the pandemic, obviously terrible, I don't know that we would have made room in our lives for this type of connection. And, you know, that's been amazing.
Yes.
I have been thrilled with that. So I'm, silver linings everywhere.
Absolutely. For the first time in 38 years, you can see the Himalayas from 150 miles out.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That kind of stuff is amazing. That is so cool. Yeah. Just all the things there.
The bright spots, which is important.
Right, absolutely. And I mean, John Krasinski's Some Good News.
Some good news.
Got me balling every week.
Nature's happy and the atmosphere's happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think, do you guys watch SNL?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So I think it's been really good.
Oh, I loved last Saturday. The first one was rough, I think, but still funny. It was rough. Last Saturday,
it was good, right?
It was really good. That new girl, Chloe Fineman.
Yes. Oh my God, with the Airbnb.
I love her.
Totally.
That was so.
That was. Can you imagine? That's probably happened to somebody.
That happened. And Kate McKinnon with the cats.
Oh my gosh! Pretending
She's dressing them all up and talking to them.
This is Mr. Whiskers, and this is. And and Brad Pitt at the beginning was great.
I know.
Yeah,
that was a funny one too.
Yeah. Colleen, are you freezing?
She looks like she's freezing.
Oh, she's back.
She's back. Oh, I can't
hear you. But I think I'm unfrozen now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't hear me?
I couldn't at first. Now I can.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So no, I think I was frozen. I don't know why. I always freeze. And everybody, it's always me.
It's so cold there. So cold over there.
I'm having a hot flash and I'm just freezing everything.
Yes, that's it. So what are you drinking, Colleen? Are you drinking anything? What?
I don't have time to go get one.
You are very, very clean.
Yes, she is.
Good.
I just have a headache. That's why. I did have wine yesterday, though. So does that count? Like, I bought a bunch of wine from a winery in Georgia, but they don't ship out of Georgia. So I'm literally like so careful. Once I open one, I'm like, okay, everyone, don't touch it. I must drink it all because I only have a couple of them left. And I'm like, can't you please ship out of Georgia?
Yeah. Well, another good thing that came out of this thing is our golf course here in our neighborhood. Colleen, did you see they have a grocery list? Like you can shop from them. Only place I could get toilet paper.
Really?
From the golf course.
I love this. I love seeing businesses pivot.
You guys.
And that is interesting.
They have masks. They have toilet paper. They have pizza kits. And they have a jug of their margarita mix. So that's what's in that code.
That's what's in everything.
They have like a farm that they're partnering with to get meat. Yeah, and I'm like, and you just drive up and they bring it out to you fill out an order form. Did you not see that, Colleen? You got to see it.
I probably didn't read the email.
Oh, so glad I did. So glad I did because it's been the best thing. So.
Yeah, guys, what have you been like? Are you getting to the point where you're getting stir crazy in the house? Are you ready to just
Yeah, because I also limit like how much I go out because I don't want to overdo that either. So I try to pick these days, which have totally backfired on me because I think, oh, I'll go then. It won't be so busy. And there's been traffic jams and people without masks and everything else.
Mhm.
And then I pick other days that I think, okay, it's got to be better than it was last Thursday. Nope.
Oh,
Still
wow.
just as busy. So that's, and also like today when I was talking travel with Jared is just the future of travel plans and trying not to get frustrated about all of that. Well, the professional advice is that if you do make reservations, to make them with an American carrier, even if it's international. Make them with an American carrier. Use a credit card, preferably one that also does points, so that it would be an easy voucher exchange or a refund versus nothing. Don't use third party right now. Don't use TripAdvisor and Expedia and all that, because it's even harder than it has been to get a human on the other end.
That's great advice. What do you think? Like, when do you foresee travel bumping up quite a bit again?
Well, everyone, of course, is hoping for the fall. However, we don't know.
Yeah.
So the cool thing is my future travel begins starting in September in Europe. And so, well, it was supposed to be this summer. That's been changed. So everyone I've talked to has said they'll give 30 to 60 days for you to cancel or rebook at future dates. They're in the same spot that everybody else is. And so there's a lot of understanding. There's a lot of grace. And as long as you negotiate that on the forefront, you're fine. Hey, listen, when is the last possible date? Just don't leave it to the last end for the business person and for you also. I can't imagine the anxiety. So if you do that up front and just have a conversation and say, hey, listen, with this pandemic, I don't really want to cancel my trip to France. However,
when you were talking to the expert, did he say anything about the cruise ships? Like, will that be the last thing to come back?
It looks like it. We didn't talk cruise ships specifically, but kind of like, scheduled adventures, excursions like that. Yeah, those are probably going to be the last to come because there is such close proximity of everybody. So they also don't want the liability.
Okay. Because I love cruises, but I am like, I'm not going near a cruise ship for a while.
Everyone feels that way.
Yeah.
I felt that way beforehand.
Oh, you did?
No, cruising is not for me.
Really? How come?
No, I don't want to be with that many people on a place that I can't escape.
I hear so many people say that.
Yeah.
I absolutely have, like, I've only been on 3, but I love them. Every time I go, I've had the best time. But when you hear about something bad, it's really bad.
Yeah.
It just isn't bad halfway. It's really bad.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Doesn't happen with anything, though, right?
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you say, on a ship, you're
And can you imagine being quarantined in that little room?
No.
Weeks? We're just like, jumping out.
I think I probably would jump out.
That's just cool.
I can't take it anymore. Gotta jump out. Yeah.
Now, Bridgett, do you still have family with you, or
I do. My son is here. My daughter drove back to North Carolina.
Okay.
And her office will not be open until the end of May. And she has really pretty much just been in her apartment. We'll go to the grocery to get something, take a walk. She has her roommate. Her roommate's working from home. She, I think I don't know if she's going to come back or not. But if she comes back, we're just sticking around. No, they're opening up Tennessee tomorrow.
How are they? How
exactly?
I know, and they are, and I am
further than how.
I know. So they're doing. In fact, some of our restaurants, even in
Franklin, right?
They opened up at half capacity.
I saw that.
Limited. I have not gone to a restaurant. I will.
No.
I'll be
to go to the restaurant.
No,
it could be free food, and I won't go to the restaurant.
They are two of the places where I exercise said, we are not opening, even though we're allowed to. We just don't feel like it's right yet, and we are not ready. And then some that are really limiting it. Like, I don't know, Colleen, you've been really busy, but there was just an email of our clubhouse here.
Start reading those emails.
I know. There was just one about our residence center that has like our gym for the people who live in the neighborhood, and they are going to be opening, but I think only 6 people per, the weight room. It only can have 4 people in it out of 2,000 homes. And so they're trying, they even said they might be doing temperatures when you walk in.
Well,
yeah, which I am fine with. I don't want to give it to anybody if I have it. I don't want to catch it, but I will not be going I won't be going anyway. So yeah. So they,
And I don't understand why it is that they picked gyms, nail salons, tattoo parlors. Why? Like,
I think the physical skin contact that people have, and that the fact that the virus can stay on hard surfaces for a certain amount of time. So people on the treadmill or elliptical, people giving you a massage.
Right.
Yeah.
They put like the worst things open first. Like, first open the parks.
Right. I misunderstood.
They're opening nail salons, tattoo parlors.
It might be politically motivated that they're the ones who are really getting their voice heard and saying this is really, really hurting us. There's an economic hardship. And so, I mean, we aren't opening up. It was a huge surprise for Alabama, but we got Kay Ivey, we got a woman in charge. And she said, I'm using the advice that was given from the professionals, and we're not opening up. We were supposed to open up this weekend, churches even. And they're not. So they pushed it off, I think, till the 10th. But again, they're starting to roll out how that first is going to go. I just think it's really, really premature. When my daughter, who's living in Germany, is telling me that Oktoberfest in September has been canceled.
No.
Wow.
Yeah. But their cases are going down every single day. They've tested as many people as we have. And they're the country of Germany.
So much
Wow.
So
it's just considerably different. You have to, a mask is required.
Mandatory.
Yeah. So it's just different approaches, I guess. So.
Yeah.
Did you see how Sweden was doing the anti-lockdown and how well that worked out for them? Because Norway and Finland had maybe, 600, I think, total. And then Sweden didn't lock down and they had 2,000, and they're sandwiched between the two. That didn't work out so well.
Yeah.
But tell me, now you're in a state where I really have a really big crush on your governor, Cuomo.
I'm not in New York, but I'm
She's
New
in
York
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
New York adjacent.
Connecticut.
You're close
Close enough. Tri-state, yes.
Yeah.
But what about Connecticut? Is that opening up, or?
It's projected to maybe May 15th-ish. They're talking about, May. I mean, it's all gonna see. We're gonna see. We're just gonna have to see what happens. But everybody has a crush on Cuomo.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't? But Wendy, we have a question for you.
Oh, okay. Do you
feel families will stay closer to home for vacations this year?
Yes. As a matter of fact, that is one of the discussions we had this morning when I talked to Jared from the Thrifty Traveler. So watch that vlog. It's coming out next week. But one of the things we discussed was people are probably going to travel within the United States, which in all honesty, our national parks could totally use the boost. So going to see the Grand Canyon or going to the Oregon coast or even California this summer would be a second good idea. Staying a staycation within the United States would really help American tourism get a boost, and it'd be beautiful too. So that's what we're hoping. Yeah. So even if they stay closer to home, I'm hoping that people still plan on going to the mountains in North Carolina or Kentucky and go to the lake. and I do think this is bringing families together, and they still vacation together,
Mhm.
and they'll
Yeah.
probably open up the beaches, tomorrow.
Yeah, we're supposed to do a really large family reunion August 14th in Kentucky at Red River Gorge State Park. And we put down money on this 12-bedroom cabin because it's my whole family.
Yeah.
So my 4 will be in 1 bedroom. So it's like bed, pull-up mattress, and our air mattress, so every family. So, but we're playing that by ear.
How long is that for, Bridgett?
Just 2 days.
Okay.
Just 2 days.
You can do it for 2 days.
I know. And I mean, this is supposed to be we wanted something where all the kids, all the grandkids, all the great grandkids are there. And are my great nieces and nephews and stuff. And not everybody is going to come, but I think all the siblings are coming.
Good.
So, yeah. So
I hope you can, and
I hope we
stay
can.
doing it. I have to say, because normally my family, all my siblings, or as many of my siblings as can do, go to a place in Rhode Island, and it's tight quarters. I don't think anybody feels safe doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're feeling very different in this area than I think a lot of other places are, just because we have been so close to where it is all happening. And it's it's a very different, I feel for the people who don't get that sort of terror. Mm-hmm. I understand them. That's what I because if you're not experiencing it, where people around you are basically every day dropping like flies or getting sick, and people and all of that, it's a very different feeling from somebody whose town hasn't been affected at all, or whose city hasn't really been affected. But I don't know that any of us are going to feel comfortable doing that this year, maybe next year. And that's okay. I think it's okay to wait.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
See, I just hope, I'm trying. I'm a huge small business supporter. That's everything I'm about is helping out small businesses, and certainly the farms. I've never bought so much. I mean, I'm always buying from the farms, and I have never bought so much. And all our meat always comes from a butchery anyway, and even more so now. I can't even tell you how much I just spent.
Yeah, I have a sister.
Contactless pickup. It was awesome.
Yeah. My sister is a farmer. She has a farm in Owen County, Kentucky, which is kind of towards Cincinnati. And she does flowers, but then her daughter is also there and does vegetables, garlic, all of that. And they have been able to do drive-through services. So people have to let them know before, and they order before, they make up their baskets, and they just there's 2, one in Cincinnati and one in Louisville, and they're kind of in between, and they just go and drive and bring the basket. Every basket has a bouquet of flowers with it. And
that's so nice.
That's kind of, what their thing is. They do tons of weddings. All these weddings are canceled.
Yeah. And I feel that we were supposed to be in Memphis a couple of weeks ago for a wedding. And that's pushed off until September, hopefully. So, and then who knows, right?
Yeah.
But it all trickles down. It just affects.
Yeah, it really does.
Now, the florist didn't get the job, and the caterer didn't get the job, and it just. I was seeing in the news,
all of these.
Right. I was seeing in the news that one farm that always sells to restaurants had to shift really fast and sell to farmers markets, because farmers markets were considered essential. So they were open, but they lost a ton of money, and they had to shift it within 72 hours.
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, that to me has been such an interesting part of all of this, is the way people are quickly adapting, changing, and trying to start something similar but different. And it just goes to American ingenuity, right? Changing things with whatever you've got on hand. And I am so impressed by these businesses, and I really want to support them, as much as I possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going strawberry picking tomorrow.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
and so good.
They taper your car, and as long as you stay with the party that you came, so my family, and they let you in like one at a time, and then they tell you which row to go down to.
Safe.
And the buckets that you pick up are your buckets. They're at the end of the row, and then you just have to stay on your row, and then they stagger the rows of where you're picking.
Oh,
So-
how smart. Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So, I mean, they're still doing it, and I'm really excited. You'll be seeing some Facebook posts of
cool.
beautiful
That sounds
strawberries.
so nice. And it also kind of brings life to, a little bit slower,
Yeah.
even though it's still busy and fast paced. And, we've got all technology in the world to do all of this fun stuff, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
But it
Mhm.
also, the pace outside
Yeah.
is a lot slower.
Yeah,
And
it is.
It's
Yeah.
so nice. I do not mind that one little
Mhm.
bit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I really don't. I don't mind the traffic not ripping
Right.
around and
No.
Well, just
no.
like the people that, like I can remember when my children were in school and all the extracurricular activities.
Right.
yeah.
I mean, I was the parent that couldn't wait for the season to be over with.
Yeah.
I was the parent that did not want my kid making all stars.
No.
It was like, oh my God, when
all the
driving.
driving.
Yeah. And now they have that time. So I know it's a little strange and weird, but I think it's kind of nice that some of these kids are getting a little bit of just be a kid time.
Well, although in saying that, I have just recently heard from 2 different parents in the high school that their kids are working harder, that the teachers have actually given them so much work.
Oh, wow.
And
Wow.
very little grace. And I'm sort of like,
Mm,
that's not quite right.
yeah.
Everybody needs to be able to adapt a little bit.
Right.
Mhm.
So, I mean,
yeah.
sports, and for the sports, I would be right there with you, Bridgett, with
Mhm.
thank God no driving, because that was not my favorite thing. But I do feel for the athletes.
Oh yeah, their
Yeah.
season having to be over with. Oh
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the baseball
Or not to have
players.
had a
Oh,
season.
Oh
or-
yeah. Like
Yeah.
the fall sports got to have their season and then here came the
Exactly.
spring. But yeah, the one thing it's so just strange to look at for me is where I live here in Franklin, and my sister has children in the public school. I don't know what's going on here, but they're not getting a lot of work. It's kind of like they're
Oh my
being
gosh.
told, all right, here, wing it. And it's something
Right.
that's going
Wow.
on with the school system. I don't know. But then my family in Kentucky, it's like work. And my niece that has 4 children, she's just like, she's got 3 in the school system, but they are making them work. But they did say we're ending the school year May 15th. Typically, it would have
okay.
ended in June. Now, that's for her particular district where
Yeah.
she is. That's not for all of Kentucky. But it is amazing to me where so many things are going on, where some kids have all this work to do, some have no work to do.
Right.
And I know my sister is just kind of like, what is going on, here, that's in
It's
town.
going to be interesting to watch as things start to open, what people rebound to
Yeah.
and what they're like. What do you think people will feel more comfortable going to as opposed to avoiding that completely? Like Teri, Teri wouldn't feel comfortable going anywhere. So maybe that's not the best.
Pretty much. No, I have zero intention. I'm thrilled that restaurants are ordering, having curbside and
Right.
like good restaurants, not just whatever Chick-fil-A or I don't know what else. But I'm loving that because quite frankly, while I love the food I get in a restaurant, I don't love a restaurant experience unless I'm, really, it's just, I get scoochie. I do. I just like to be in my own home or on my deck. And
I am so sick of cooking. I cannot wait.
I am too.
More over the last 2 months. My gosh.
I've watched you.
all day,
well,
every day. Yeah.
One of my friends said we were just doing happy hour, and it sounds like I have it every day. And with COVID, I have. I'm just becoming an alcoholic.
Uh-huh.
But and I'm trying all new wines, so there you go. Maybe I'll do a sommelier thing.
Yeah.
But one of my friends said during happy hour, she said, "Wendy, you've learned all these recipes over in Europe. You should share them." So I'm like, oh, okay. So it's been really cool because I'm kind of design them for online downloadable classes, so
That's
people can do them whenever.
Yeah.
And so it's given me like the prep to do it, and also the confidence to do them online. But it's been interesting because some of the ingredients have been a challenge.
Yeah. I still can't get yeast, and I have all this
Oh my
flour.
gosh, I will send you some.
Wait, Teri, for crying out loud.
I have 2 pounds of yeast.
Yeah, and I have 25 pounds of flour.
And I need the flour.
I need to mail it to you.
This is wild.
I thought I had a lot of flour. My brother-in-law in California had a picture. I have 25 pounds. He had a 50-pound bag of flour. I'm like, what? He's like 6'4", and he's like holding this bag. I'm like, where did he get that? I think I got mine from Costco or something, where they brought it to the house, and I just was clicking and didn't even think about what that would look like. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well, I'm gonna have some strawberry jam.
it
So
by
I'll
now.
Wendy, what do you think is going to open up first? Like, what do you think is going to slow?
Slowly open up. I do think restaurants that have been hard hit, I think they've already talked about how they're going to seat them 10 feet apart, and it's going to be limited, and you have to make reservations. You can't just show up. And so I think some of the practices they're trying to put in place even before that we do it, I think that's kind of smart. And then also to get King Arthur flour has yeast.
I see that.
King Arthur flour has yeast.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is that, like a flour you just have to like go online?
King Arthur
flour.
Fantastic flour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't it Vermont? Is it Vermont based? Vermont?
I think so. It's like Bob's Red Mill. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I just ordered some spelt flour for some spätzle next weekend.
Nice.
So I think actually for us, the gyms and the hairstylists will be the last to open up. But other stuff, definitely, like people in my area are just freaking about Hobby Lobby being closed.
Oh my goodness.
If I've got to be stuck home, Hobby Lobby should be open.
How's that root spray happening for you, Colleen? What?
Where? Let me see.
Look at that. Look at all that.
Under. Oh, I tell you, order from Target the L'Oreal spray in your hair color.
I've had that before. It's too dark for me. No matter what color, it's either too light. It hasn't worked right. I've got it. There's another one. Ooh, here's a good one. Now it's a little expensive, but this is not a root spray. Dry Bar Detox Dry Shampoo.
Oh, I have that. Mm-hmm.
It smells so good.
I have that. Yeah. I have the conditioner. I have shampoo. I have,
It smells so good, but it does nothing for my.
No, I've just kind of let it go to see what's going on. And it's really dark.
Are you going to let it go, Bridgett? Are you going to go dark?
No. When I go back, I'm going back. But right in here, it is gray.
Colleen, what was that bar rub thing you had last time?
It was L'Oreal, the spray. It's not a rub, you spray it. And it's like that comes in for you, like you would do like medium brown. You know what I mean? And you would just spray, which I did right like 3 minutes before we came on.
Oh, you're so smart.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Root touch-up. I think they sell it on Sephora. Yeah, Sephora.
Dry Bar,
actually, there's a Sephora. I know I got a root touch-up from Sephora that worked really nicely with whatever hair color my hair is now, because it's certainly not what it was a couple months ago.
Robin is saying go to Sephora. She's a
there you go. There you go.
Thank you, Robin.
I know. Our hair. I can't wait to get my hair styled because I don't know what the heck is happening with it. And colored. I was thinking about letting it go gray. And not going to happen, ladies. Not today.
I thought about it.
I won't be a silver sister just yet.
Me neither. And it's like, it is so weird right in here. Just like I can feel the ends
down here.
Yeah.
I want to support my small businesses. That's it.
Yeah,
it's really not about me. I want to support my colorist.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really has nothing to do about me.
You guys know I have these peekaboos, right? The blue.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know if I can show them, but
I don't see any gray.
Oh, right there. You can see a little bit.
Can't see anything.
There it is. There's one.
Okay, wait. Yeah, still nothing.
This is not a good look for me, Wendy.
Wrong. Faces.
What? we have so much fun. People are like, I don't work for Sephora.
Like,
oh, that's so funny.
You know who you people are.
Yeah.
All right, Teri, we're always talking about trying new things. What have you tried new since you've been in isolation? Besides making the rounds on.
Wow. Yeah, well, making the rounds on StreamYard and various Facebook Lives, that's been new, obviously, and really fun. I've been playing a ton of games over Zoom, which has been also super fun.
Like what? What are you playing?
Well, besides Jackbox, so I think we talked about Jackbox before. Best way to do it is to download it onto your computer so you can share your screen and play that way with your friends, which has been a ton of fun. My favorite is Jackbox Party Pack 3. It's about $24.99, something like that. Usually you can get it on sale somewhere. So that's been really fun. But we were playing last weekend. We played Heads Up with our friends.
Oh, I love Heads Up. Yes.
Yeah.
It was over Zoom. And to make a Zoom party really fun.
Oh, I got to write this down.
We've been doing themes.
Okay.
So that's good.
But you know what? You got to kind of, because otherwise it's sort of like another Zoom.
Yes.
So you kind of have to go all out a little bit. So last weekend we did 20s Old Manhattan theme.
Okay.
And we sort of dressed up. I had my pearls and my jet beads, and we were drinking Manhattans. My husband did a Spotify list of all Manhattan and old
cool
songs. Yeah, it was really fun. And then we played Heads Up with our friends. This weekend we're doing Derby.
Oh yeah.
So we're, I don't have the hat you've got, Bridgett, but we're gonna do hats and ties and juleps, and we'll probably figure out. I'm not the music person. So my
old Kentucky home. Yeah.
My husband will do the Spotify playlist. And I'm not sure about the game. We were thinking about trying categories.
Oh, well, they are doing a virtual derby. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not.
They're doing a virtual with some of the past Triple Crown winners.
Ooh.
So to me, I'm like, Secretariat is going to win it all.
Yeah, right.
Secretariat is always
still going to win it all.
Like, how does that?
Yeah, I'm kind of got to watch that still. But like the two favorites are Secretariat and Citation. But like they have all these, Triple Crown winners. So like, since I've been alive, there's been Secretariat, but I was really young when Secretariat won. Here I like Affirmed, Seattle Slew. And then Justify, and I can't remember who the other one was that won after all these years. But they're having all those horses on. And
fun.
Yeah. So
I'll check that out. Check that out.
They're doing like little classes too. So they're doing like where you can, one is to make, like I have on my door right now, a horseshoe wreath with roses all over it.
Oh my goodness.
So they're going to do a tutorial on that, a tutorial on a fascinator or hat making.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
So I'll have to share that because one of my sisters is really sharing it. The heck out of it.
I think that sounds really fun. Is that going to be on Saturday then? Or
Yes. Yeah, it's Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're having like all that stuff. I don't think you can really place bets, but I think there is some kind of a charity.
You could do
Yeah, yeah. But there's a charity connection to it as well. So you could donate or something to do with charity. So, but I miss it.
Did I tell you guys that I made mozzarella cheese? I told you I was going to try it. I think.
Did you burn your hands? Because it's hot to make that.
No, it said to wear gloves, so I wore gloves.
Okay, because it's normally really hot to make that.
Yeah, it was great. It was. Can I tell you how easy it was?
Oh yeah, please do.
I could not believe how easy. You just need citric acid, vegetable rennet, which is for like you get it on cheese making sites, I guess, and raw milk. Well, I used raw milk for it, and it can't. You had to take the temperature. You had to take its temperature a lot
with a scanner.
Before it got entry into your home. So it was a lot of temperature taking, which for me, precise things usually don't work. Because I'm more of a, let's try this. But I was very precise and it came out spectacularly.
Ooh,
I was so proud of myself.
Ooh, I've seen recipes for it. Never done it myself.
Start sending the food to us before we do these, so we can
it was delicious. Yes.
What I was saying before was talking about things that are going to be on TV. We had posted today that Carol Burnett's 11 seasons are coming. Come on, that is perfect binge watching for anyone.
I know.
Well, did you see my comment that I said? I was wondering.
Did you ask me if it was the whole thing?
Beg pardon?
Did you ask me if it was the whole thing with musical numbers?
No. I said, I wonder, like, she was one of my absolute idols. I loved her. I couldn't stop. I loved the same thing. I loved when they started cracking each other up.
To me, that's my favorite part.
But I wonder, I haven't seen it for, ever. So I wonder if it still stands.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Me
I
too.
saw her. Colleen, did you see her when she came to the Ryman a few years ago?
No,
I did. I am so impressed with her. She looked great. She was 84. And I mean,
you guys can watch the YouTube is hysterical. They have a YouTube on the best Carol Burnett show takeouts.
Really?
Yes, it's hysterical. John and I watched it last week. Yeah. Well, Tim.
Conway.
Yes. Because he can crack everybody up without cracking up himself.
Yes.
And then you can't stop it. And Harvey Korman, oh my gosh,
he would lose it.
He would lose it every time with Tim Conway.
I loved it.
Yeah, they were. Oh my gosh, I will never forget because I saw Went with the Wind when it aired.
Oh yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah. Oh,
my
I remember
mom
that.
laughed so hard in the couch that she fell off. We still talk about that. Yes,
she would show.
I just saw this in the window,
and I couldn't resist. Yeah, she
that was the best.
She would show.
It came on between Sonny and Cher.
Yeah.
And then
we're really aging ourselves, ladies.
We are. But she would show during her talk. She'd talk. And then she would show clips of her shows, and like Steve Martin was on it when he still had dark hair.
Yeah,
and, he was doing some skiing scene, and she was showing all the guests over the years, and it was just so funny to see them. And she
her ear tugged.
She did, and she took questions from the audience, and she was so sincere.
Yeah,
and she was talking about how she met Vicki Lawrence. And how all that worked out. And it was just so neat. She just, Carol Burnett thing I'm going to go kind of off on. And I should have said, told her this. One of my sisters worked in Hawaii, lived in Hawaii, and a coworker of hers was on Lanai. They were just building up this little island, Lanai. And he was out driving and a rainstorm came down and he saw somebody walking, just getting drenched. And he felt so badly for them. And he pulled over and said, "Do you want to ride?" And she got in the car and she starts talking. He said, "Are you Carol Burnett?" And she's like, "Yeah, I didn't think you'd recognize me." And like took him and had coffee. Like
Wow.
Yeah, and he's like, he didn't know it was her at all until after they were talking like 5 minutes. So, but I didn't bring it up to
What are
her.
the chances of picking up Carol Burnett? Like we'd pick up a serial killer.
Oh, I would, for sure.
Carol Burnett.
Never would pick up Carol Burnett.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, like you have a star that just happened to be on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you all tried new things? Like, ooh, what's your best purchase that you've made since you've been in quarantine? I've got mine.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
I didn't make that many purchases.
I
Purchase.
did.
Oh, I know that I really
You guys
like.
go first because I didn't really make that.
You got a new mic?
Oh, what is it? Tell us about it.
Right. Did you buy that
I
from
did.
somebody?
Yes, and I'm loving it. I really, really like it. It's made such a difference in the podcast quality of my audio,
Mhm.
and yeah, it's a this
Where are you going?
it's a toner.
Toner.
I have the.
You
I have my
sound very
computer.
good. You sound very
Yeah.
good. I was just
I
going to
have-
say.
But like it's $120 or $130.
Oh, that's not bad.
But he realized he bought 2 of the same things, so he sold it to me for $50.
That's amazing.
Good
I know.
for
So I was
you.
like, woohoo!
Oh.
So that has
What
been
about you, Terry? What is your purchase?
My purchase, and I can't show you because my laptop is propped on it. It's the Boyata laptop stand.
Ooh.
And
Write that down.
It is, I'll take a here, wait, where'd my phone go? I'll take a picture of it and I will shoot it to you all. But it is low profile and very sleek looking, and you get nice angle. Look, you can't really
Yeah.
see.
Oh,
Not
I really
looking
need to
down.
do it because I've got mine
Looking.
sitting on 2 boxes right now.
Yeah, so
'cause
mine
I feel like
kept
I'm
falling
looking
off.
down. Mhm. Yeah.
Thank you, Bridgett, for that.
The only thing is it. So I also bought a ring light because this room would be completely dark without it. But
Right.
it's a big ring light, and either it reflects in my glasses too
Mhm.
much. I mean, I've angled it a little bit, so it's not so bad.
What are you talking about? Wait, I'm trying to get the. Wait, it won't work now.
I
Oh, there
see
it
it.
is.
Yeah.
See?
Oh yeah.
So I've angled it down, but the light now isn't as great as it should be.
Yeah.
Like Wendy,
Right.
your light is really good.
It is good.
Yeah, you have a good light, Wendy.
Well,
yeah.
I had these. I went and paid for these. I'll show them to you for a second. I went and paid for those,
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh.
have those, but they're in my closet.
but
because-
I
yeah.
don't use them. So Bridgett,
Yeah.
leave them there.
Yeah,
I-
mine
I
are.
don't
When,
Look, when I
Yeah.
turn them on, hold on. It's not quite the
Right.
lighting I'm looking for.
no,
Oh.
your other light's better. Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
that's
what's your other light though?
so they're actually I had them put in and they were $50 a piece, but they're in my ceiling.
Wait,
Can you see them?
keep going. Keep going. You're almost there.
Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're can lights that are in the ceiling,
Mhm.
and well, I have 4 of them, not 6. But they angle here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ah.
That's
So
good.
I really like them. So $50 a piece, and a couple $100, and I have to spackle the ceiling to finish where the electrical was cut in.
Yeah.
But I've been really pleased with. Now I have a big overhead light too, but I never turn that on now because I was getting a glow.
We're all becoming lighting experts,
Yeah.
angle experts.
All
and-
of these crazy things that who
Yeah.
knew,
Yeah,
right? That we
yeah.
were going to even need to remotely think of.
Yeah, my husband has to do so many Zoom things, and he was doing something. He was asking me to look at it after the fact yesterday, and he looks like he is looking down at his phone, and he's like, and I said, honey, like my son was a film major. We're out walking, and Jack's like, that's the worst angle ever, Dad. Don't ever do that. And I said, next time, just try to hold it level. I was trying to tell him this stuff. I'm like, I've got actually one of these like diffuser, like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
so I've got
It's
it
just slowing down.
leaning. Oh, am I slowing down? There. Did I freeze?
No, you're fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I think Colleen's frozen.
Colleen froze again.
Yeah, she's freezing. But anyway, I got one of those. But that I had bought that a long time ago. But
My husband's been doing the conference calls too for work at home.
There she is.
Yeah, you're back.
And he today I was in my office and I hear him just cracking up laughing. So I opened the door and I said, "What is so funny?" Because I'm on the phone too. And he said, "Somebody just flushed the commode."
Oh,
oh my gosh.
They're on this big conference call.
Oh my god.
A big toilet flushes.
And I'm like, why can't people understand that?
Oh, I know. I know.
Well, I had that yesterday on a call where she wasn't flushing the toilet, but she was doing something else. And I was just like, we're all just sitting there going, hello.
Oh no. Oh no. But just
She was picking her nose.
Oh no. Oh no. No.
That Saturday Night Live skit was hysterical too.
Oh
my
the one
God.
when 80 Bryant goes into the bathroom, they're like, no,
don't do that. Figure that you don't have to go anymore.
Yeah, you guys can go.
I haven't frozen yet.
You are.
Still
You are. You're good.
Frozen.
Okay.
Yes.
Just want to make sure it wasn't a great angle that I was frozen in. So. It wasn't a great angle. I thought of something purchase-wise.
What?
So my daughter, Jordan, decided she wanted to create a vegetable garden.
Mm.
So she orders all the little seeds. And of course, none of them are growing. In 6 weeks, none of them are growing. She starts back to work tomorrow. And this morning, she came downstairs and there was a little baby cilantro.
Oh.
From the dirt. You would have thought that we built a house. We were so excited.
That's so funny.
It was this tiny little, but one of them, so out of 12, we got cilantro.
Oh,
Wow.
I ordered one after you said that. I thought that'll be something great Jack and I can do. The raised bed, not coming in until July. So I'm like, cancel. I mean, because I was like, that'll give him something to do. It'll come in and he'll be long gone.
Back in LA by then.
Oh, he'll be back. Yeah. So I had actually thought of that, but I'm like, I have gotten poison ivy and all this other stuff. I'm not touching the ground anymore, which it's been years. I didn't get it this time, but I'm like, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
So
No.
so I can't. It has to be up to here. Like I'm not bending over.
I appreciate those gardens, those stand-up gardens, because I just planted my garden. I have a closed-in garden. We have terrible deer, everywhere. Groundhogs, you name it, we have it. So I just planted my garden, but afterwards I was like, my back really hurts.
Oh, I know. I was like, I'm not doing that. Well,
I know.
I have purchased way too much stuff, just stuff, But my daughter, this is Colleen, you know about this. So my daughter was here and somebody in the neighborhood, we have an online, buy, sell, trade page. And somebody had this rug that she had looked at and they had used it. They just would do staging for homes for sale. Maggie said, oh my gosh, I love that rug. I want to get that rug. So we got the rug. She had it.
Does not have a restricted license. She hasn't learned it.
Excuse me. You have to leave. When that is on the door, you don't come in.
In trouble.
That happened to me yesterday.
Oh, well, she got back to North Carolina, unrolled her beautiful rug that she wanted, and there was a dead mouse in it. Colleen.
Oh, no.
I heard that story, but still.
Colleen and I were talking, Zooming, and Maggie, I go, Maggie's calling me, and she's like, Mom, there's a dead mouse in that rug. And I'm like, I thought she meant she was going to throw the rug away. And I said, she's like, I don't want to touch it. And I'm like, I can't get to North Carolina and remove this mouse. And her roommate got it. And I'm like, Maggie, you get a plastic bag, you put it over your hand, you get it.
You're going to feel it.
I know, but I said, yeah.
That's where I say I gladly pay the farmer at the farmer's market.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, I had days of being a gardener and master gardener, and now I happily just
Yeah. Give them the money. Here you go.
Here you go. Here's for your lifestyle.
But it
Thank
is
you for
so
growing
good.
my tomatoes.
It's so good though.
I buy my tomatoes from the market. The tomatoes, I think they're a pain in the neck to grow, to be honest. I do.
Yeah.
I like my lettuces though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Spinach,
And
peas.
When I lived in
spinach.
Germany too, I loved a can, and so I do. I loved a can. It's like so cathartic for me to hear those little popping. Success. And when I was in Germany, I made friends with the vegetable growers, and I would say to them at the end of the week, "Okay, if you have any leftover tomatoes that are just about ready to turn, I want them. I want them." And so they would come to me with just these big, huge crates of tomatoes that I had to cook up that weekend, and I would have jars and jars of canned tomatoes, which are
Great.
amazing. They're so much better for you.
They
than,
are.
that canned stuff.
I have a sister that cans too, and I didn't know what this was going to look like, and we always had said if things went really bad, we were going to make our way to my sister that has the farm and stop on the way, get all the cans that Margaret has been canning. We were all going to Teresa's, and I bet Teresa's so glad it never came to that.
Well, John said something about, because they've had rumors that meat's going to run out soon. And I said, well, we are going to have tomatoes and jam. So I have to figure out what I can make with us.
Tomatoes and jam.
Yeah, strawberry jam left
I
over.
don't see that the food is going to run out thing.
No.
Food's not going to run out. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would be so horrible if we just had a vegetarian meal once a week.
Well, they say it's great for the planet. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I know.
Now, Wendy, you told us a story last time. You asked us about the Black Forest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, none of us knew what the story behind it was. So
Yes.
do you have another story for us, a different one?
Actually, I do, because I was talking to my friend Tim from My German Table. I interviewed him this week. That blog comes out today, actually. Mm-hmm. And that is a wonderful website. So easy recipes that you can get the ingredients in America.
What was it again?
MyGermanTable.com.
Okay.
His name is Tim. He is a food science master's major in Rottweil. It is named, the dog Rottweil is from this town. It's the oldest town in Baden-Württemberg, the state that I lived in.
Did I say it right?
Yep, mygermantable.com. He's going to love that I gave him a shout out. But his website is so easy to use. If you are looking for German recipes that are authentic from this area, Schwabia, the Black Forest area, he has them all. And it's super, super tasty. I've been using a lot of his and I tweak it a little bit. But one of the recipes we talked about is Maultaschen. And Maultaschen is ravioli that is stuffed with porks and sausage meats and vegetables. However, when it was created, I believe in the 1230s, it was during the Lent season. The monks of the monastery at Maulbronn were trying to use up the meat. They had a surplus of pork, and they didn't know what to do it because they were coming up to Lent season where no meat was allowed. So they snuck them into these raviolis and wrapped it up. Well, the secret was that, or the funny was that the king came to them and said, "Hey, listen, you make everybody else's vegetarian, but I want mine with meat in it." And the joke was they all had meat.
But he just thought he did. Yeah.
So he told me, I'm not going to be able to say it. You're going to have to watch the blog because I had to look it up. It is this huge, long, literal name of Herzkastkliebe, something like that.
That sounds fast.
To keep God. And
Type that, Colleen. Type
Okay. I'll get rid of it.
Yes.
Phonetically.
Yes.
But it's from this little town of Maulbronn that has a monastery, and they have one of the best Easter markets in all of Germany. It's fantastic. They get these people who hand make Easter eggs, ceramic, wood, all different kinds of materials from all over Europe. They come there. And so that's the Maultaschen, sneaky ravioli.
Sneaky ravioli.
I'm
wow.
so sorry. My dog just.
Oh,
Oh no! That's all right.
That's her
Anyway.
a reaction. A reaction to that story. Yes.
What's not? I'm like, oh,
Sneaky
You're
ravioli.
like, it wasn't sneaky.
Sneaky ravioli. That is sneaky. That is.
That's very
it's
sneaky.
a little sneaky.
Oh,
Well,
God.
let's finish it up so that Teri can clean the dog poop.
Yes.
No, she just farted.
Oh, well, thank goodness. That's a little, it's not idea, but it's better. Yeah.
Each of you name one thing that you are glad about with being in isolation and one thing that you can't wait to go do.
Oh.
Bridgett, you go first.
Teri, you want to go first or Bridgett?
Um,
Who's go first?
I am really looking forward just to seeing my friends again in person. I cannot wait. I miss them terribly. I want to hug and squeeze them.
Mhm.
I really miss my friend, like people,
Right.
seeing people.
Mhm.
One thing I'm glad about, is that what the question was? One thing I'm glad about. I really am glad that I've been able to connect with people so I'm all about people, right?
Mhm.
So I'm so glad I've been able to connect with people that I probably really wouldn't have invested so much time in,
Mhm.
like just because of busy lives and whatever. And this has really been an amazing opportunity.
Mhm.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. Well,
Miss Wendy, you get
yeah.
I'm more selfish.
Mhm.
I can't wait to go hiking. I am so super
Uh-huh.
psyched about going hiking. I'm going hiking in Colorado in August. I cannot wait to go. So yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. And I guess along the same lines, I have found more courage to just make a phone call or write an email. I'm reaching out to really interesting people who I might have found their website because I needed recipes and called them and said, hey, listen, I'd love to interview you because I love your website and you're giving really good information out there. So it's stretching me because originally what I planned on doing was just interviewing people around my local area here in Huntsville, Alabama, and traveling up and down. But now I've expanded to the world.
Mhm.
So that's been kind of interesting because I'm like, well, maybe they'll say yes.
Yeah.
And they have.
You never know. Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, Miss Bridgett?
Well, you know that I'm grateful that I got to have this time with my children again. Just kind of like a little reprieve, or I got another chance that normally I would have never had. But I cannot wait to see my sisters again. I miss seeing them. So I was doing all right until recently, where I'm like, gosh, I really miss just being next to them and seeing them. So I cannot wait to see them again. Yeah. What about you, Colleen?
That was a good answer.
Yeah.
I miss my hairdresser. I miss I really miss that. I absolutely love having my kids at home and my husband here with us too. So that's
Yeah.
I really love the time of just sitting at the dinner table and eating dinner every night and talking about their days. And, you know, I'm sad that our trip this summer is canceled, but we plan to we're renting a house on the beach. So as long as we're together, it doesn't really matter where.
Right.
But I'm ready to get the roots covered. I thought, being gray isn't that big of a deal. I hate it.
Me too. Me too.
Especially the in between. Like when it's all like
If I
what?
could get that one section to just grow. You know how some women have that one?
Yes.
I would do that in a heartbeat, but it's just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then my husband just says, well, at least you have hair. You know? How to respond to that?
Good point.
But it's true. Well, Teri, thank you. And Wendy, thank
Thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me again. I
Yes,
appreciate
always
it.
so fun.
Can you guys just tell your websites real quick so if somebody wants to check them out, they can.
Teri?
So I'm mixing up midlife. You can find me on all platforms, podcast, website, social media at Mixing Up Midlife.
And several Facebook Lives if you search her name.
If you might catch her. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
need somebody to do a Facebook Live? I'll be your girl.
She's your girl. Yeah.
And what about you, Wendy?
I am Travel with Wendy. You can find me at travelwithwendy.net. And my podcast is called Talking Travel with Wendy. I have a vlog site, a podcast. I've written ebooks, and everything can be found on my website, travelwithwendy.net.
Yes.
Thank you guys again. We appreciate
you.
it. We hope everybody is safe and healthy at home, and we will talk again soon.
Yes,
Bye.
thanks.
Hopefully we ate.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
So, Colleen, do I have